Hey, Tom Beal here, and I just wanted to let you know it is Sunday evening. What's today's date? August 16th, roughly 7:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just wanted to let you know that wherever you are in the world, I just am hoping that you're prepared for an amazing week ahead. I'm of the belief that we all lead somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning if you search for the secrets of this world, of this universe, one of them is shared by an amazing gentleman, Earl Nightingale, called The Strangest Secret. I would highly recommend you go Google that, find it on YouTube, look for Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. And in essence, the strangest secret is we become what we think about, which circles back to that self fulfilling prophecy hypothesis of mine that I just stated. So we're going to be about as happy as we make our minds up to be. We're going to be about as productive as we make our minds up to be. We're going to live the life by design, whether we claim it or deny it. And so I would recommend considering claiming it, getting clear on where you are and where you want to be in your health, where you are and where you want to be with your key relationships, and where you are and where you want to be in your financial situation. And especially in these unique times that we find ourselves in, unlike any time in my history, my life, my parents' life, my grandparents' life, this is a very unique time that we all find ourselves in. There's a lot of uncertainty. And with that uncertainty, it's time to circle back to what can you be certain about? And from my perspective, there's only three things I can be certain about, and possibly the same for you, something to consider: my thoughts, my words, and my actions. I can't control your thoughts, your words, your actions. I can't control what's happening in any of these governments around the world. I can't control any things outside of what is my locus of control: my thoughts, my words, my actions. So, that being said, I'm going to put a bubble. I'm going to put my face mask on first. If we reference that airplane analogy, when we get on the plane and flying somewhere, and the flight attendants say, if the oxygen mask come down, make sure you put your face mask on first so you can better help others. So I would recommend you thinking about that in order to best help those that you care about. Put your face mask on first to make sure you're taking care of you, the person looking back at you in the mirror, the person watching this video right here, right now. And what does that mean? That means ensuring that you're getting the proper sleep, ensuring that you're putting the proper fuel in this multi-billion-dollar body, just like you would if you had a multi-million-dollar car or $100,000 car. You wouldn't put sugar in the fuel tank, and not saying sugar, is totally taboo, but when you do research, you'll probably notice it's not the best for this vehicle either. Are you getting the proper water? Are you getting the proper nutrients, fruits, vegetables, things of that nature to fuel this billion-dollar body? Healthy mental, physical, emotional health begins with what fuel you put in it, what movement you back it up with. Just like any vehicle would deteriorate more fastly and more quickly if it's not used, same thing with your body. Get up and move. Many of the top people, if you study success, have a morning routine. What is your morning routine to get you going on that right foot, to get you started on the right path for your day? Each day is a blessing. Each day is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So I'm just putting this out there to help plant some seeds to hopefully help you recognize and realize that regardless of these external circumstances, you can choose to lead your life by design. And it begins by, taking control of the things that you can control. Put your oxygen mask on first in some of the things that we talked about. And then in doing so, you're now able to take better care of those that you love, your friends, your family, things of that nature, by taking care of yourself properly. And there's that old adage, it says you're going to be the average of the five people you surround yourself with most. So, my hope is that you're tapped into more of inspiring videos and things along these lines, because it's a poisonous world out there if you choose to not control your focus. If you just go where the life pushes you around, it can bring you down rabbit holes of fear and worry and concern. And instead of making any forward progress, you're balled up in a corner due to fear. So it takes, like a horse has the blinders on, it takes you being focused on what Earl Nightingale talks about, we become what we think about most of the time. So if you're focused on fear and things that can bring worry and concern to you, instead of being focused on what you want, there's a huge difference there. So the bottom line of all this is when you can gain clarity of this is what I want, all the other stuff is irrelevant. You give your complete focus of your thoughts, your words, and your actions to what you want. And in doing so, you'll recognize your habits, your routines, your actions will back up what you want. And it's like taking care of a field. As you sow, so shall you reap. When you till the soil and you plant the seeds, you cover it up, you fertilize it, you water it, you pull the weeds, the seeds will produce in time the harvest that you can then reap. Same thing applies to when you gain the discipline and the commitment to focus solely on what you want. You will transform your health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You will transform your relationships with yourself and with others that are important to you. You will transform your financial situation if and when you gain clarity of what it is that you want and you back it up with continual focus on that, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And enjoy this brief journey we call life, because the one thing I do know is it goes fast. The days, the weeks, the months, the quarters, the years, the decades go by quickly, regardless if you're focused on the things you want or not. So what I have recognized in retrospect is when I was clear on what I wanted, I got it. Was it always simple? Heck no. It took dedication. It took commitment. It took discipline. It took going and doing things that most people wouldn't. But in doing so, it proved to be that the law of sowing and reaping, that if you take the proper steps, you are able to reap those results. And it's at this point when this uncertainty's there. Find some certainty. Find something that can fire you up. Find something that can get you excited. Find something that gets you moving and get your focus off of the things you don't want, focused off of the things of the fear and the worry and the concern, and focus on the things that get you fired up, the things that get you excited. These are small things, but the big results, there's a saying from W. Clement Stone, big doors swing on small hinges. These small things that we're discussing in these brief minutes here today make the huge difference in life. Turn from fear and worry and concern and stagnation and lack of motion to excitement, joy, fulfillment, action. Joy, adventure, and passion are my three words. Everything I do has joy, adventure, and passion in it. And so just want to share this with you as I prepare for my upcoming week, which is phenomenal and exciting and is going to touch more lives. Like, this is just something that I felt called to share here. My hope is it impacts you. My hope is it touches you somewhere on your journey to say, you know what, maybe Tom's speaking something that's worth me looking closer into. And if all that it leads you to is to go watch that video of Earl Nightingale, the audio, it's a video, but you just listen to the audio and you hear what he has to share with you there, it literally can transform your life. I mean, I listened to it years and years ago on a daily basis for years. And when I met with Jeffrey Gitomer, #1 New York Times bestselling author in sales. And when I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina back in the year 2001, he lived in Charlotte, and I brought him out to coffee on December 31st, 2001, right near his office. And he was kind enough to point me down some paths of, like, basically, here's where I am, here's where you are, here's some steps I'd recommend you take. And one of them was go watch Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret every day. And don't stop. Just keep watching it. And eventually it sinks in and you start to recognize how powerful those lessons are. So if that's all that it does for you in our brief conversation here today, is for you to go check that out and listen to it, that'd be a great success. Your life will never be the same again. It will be better. It will put you on that path to tapping into the full potential that you have. So I just want to put this out there, and I'm going to share this. I'm going to probably break away from social media for a while. Why? Because there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of us versus them things happening. And I have friends in every walk. And I was always the person who was friends with the jocks and with the skaters and I had friends in all of the cliques. And I don't like segregating friends, and I don't like seeing the fights that are orchestrated and are on purpose. So I don't want that, and I'm going to focus on what I do want. So I'm going to bring my circle together in my own world, my own community. I'm going to be less on social media and distance myself, at least for this election year. I haven't figured out the exact time and date as to when I'm pulling out of that scenario, but it's in motion. I don't want that. I don't need that. I'm focusing on the best. This is yes, change. Change is happening for sure. But I see this as a huge positive change for myself and for others who are embracing it. And so I'm just tired of the division. So I'm going to focus on collaboration. I'm going to focus on coming together and and that's what I do, bring people together from all different walks. And just like I did in the United States Marine Corps as the guide for my platoon in the United States Marine Corps boot camp, we had all different races, all different religions, all different backgrounds. Anything that now is highly divided, I brought us all together and had to squash certain beefs and had to look, get over it, unless we got a task at hand. The task is to have a kick butt life and do it together and recognize we're all on this journey together. It's much easier when we do it together than try to do it individually. So I'll be departing from social media soon, but I wanted to plant this hopefully inspiring message out there to you. If you want to follow me in my community and tap into more of what I have going on, the best place is to go to thesimplifier.com. That's my nickname, The Simplifier. I simplify things and I simplify life. I simplify the process of you getting from where you are to where you want to be. So if you go to thesimplifier.com, you'll see a way to enter your name and email, and you're going to get access to my app. It's an iOS and Android app full of thousands of dollars of valuable trainings in there. And I will be communicating there inside my app, as well as to the people that are registered for the app. I'll be able to send emails and do updates inside the app. But I will be limiting my time on social media. What's that one meme? I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for this division and chaos and fear and worry. I got time to live my life and to kick some butt and have some joy, adventure, passion along the way. So if you want to join me on that journey, haven't yet, go to thesimplifier.com, register, and I'll be communicating more there and absolutely less, to a point where I won't be communicating on social media. I'll probably have an assistant post some things occasionally, but it'll post stuff that's related to what's going on in my world, by inspiring others and bringing the best out of others and bringing collaboration together. Instead of division, I'm all about collaboration. And I'm all about helping you get from where you are to where you want to be. So go to thesimplifier.com, get the massively valuable trainings for free inside the app, and kick some butt this week. And get your blinders on. Get off the crap path. Get off of the distractions and the fear and the worry and the concerns, and focus on, hey, here's where I am. Time to dust myself off and take some forward action to tap into the potential that I have inside of you. And I know it's much, much more than what you're currently showing. Regardless of where you are on your journey, you have much more to offer. So it's going to be a great week. I hope this inspires you. I look forward to seeing you inside my app. Go to thesimplifier.com. Look forward to seeing you inside there. Until next time, make today great.